Hello world and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome! I'm Nikki Renee and today I'm doing something I've actually done before, but you never saw me do because it did not turn out well. Did not turn out well at all. And I decided I didn't want it anymore. So, what was that thing? Well, once upon a time, I got myself a book nook because I love the idea of book nooks, but I definitely don't love the idea of making one from scratch. I love that idea for other people, not for me. Not for me. So, once upon a time, I got myself a book nook, and it was quite possibly the worst thing I ever did to myself. It took me like 3 days to do it. It was supposed to have lights. The lights didn't work. It was a really good idea in theory, but in practice, no. So, if you can't tell, what I'm doing today is another book nook. Because why not put myself through more torture? I got this one and then I almost immediately kind of regretted it and I wish I would have gotten a different one. Because, now, to be fair, I'm not mad that I got this. I just think a different one might have been a better idea for me in my bookshelves. So this is the Alice in Wonderland 3D puzzle book nook. And I'm so excited. I think it's going to be so good no matter what. I think this one's going to be better than the other one by a long shot. Knocking on wood there. However, the other one that I think I'm probably maybe going to invest in at some point because I think I would like it, maybe not more, but like as much as this, and that I can't stop thinking about since I got this one. The company has a Midsummer one, and I think that would be so fun. For one, I have Midsummer, A Midsummer Night's Dream. I have the play here, but also because I started, last year. Hold please. Let's get this straight. I don't know when this video is coming up. I think maybe this weekend if I can get myself motivated enough and if the weather doesn't absolutely kill me enough to be able to do it. But today, Happy New Year. Because today is the 31st of December, so Happy New Year. I should have led with that, and I'm sorry that I didn't. Happy New Year. So, last year, as of right now, but when you're seeing this, this would have been a couple years ago, which is wild. But almost a year ago now, I read The Iron King? The Iron Daughter. The Iron King. Oh, I never get this right. I think the books are next door, too. That's unfortunate. I started the Iron Fae series by Julie Kagawa, and it's such a good one, and it has a lot of elements, and it's very reminiscent of Midsummer for a lot of different reasons. The characters, the themes, the elements, like I said, and I think it would just be such a fun thing to have on my shelves. However, I do have a lot of Alice in Wonderland things as well, so I'm not mad at it. I just think if this works out, that's gonna be next. But I just really thought this would be such a fun thing to do. I really hope that this time the lights work, because the lights did not work for me last time, and I don't know what I did and I don't know why it didn't work, but it did not. So, I did take it out of the mailing packaging already. Sorry that you didn't get to see that part of the unboxing, but it's my package and I felt like doing it, so I did it. And I have nothing else to say in that aspect. Also, this is my Christmas tree. Wait. Oh, it looks so cute. It looks so cute. That's my Christmas tree. Just so we're aware, but you know, it focuses on me and it prioritizes me. So you're not really going to be able to see it a whole lot, but that's my Christmas tree. I just wanted to add that in there. And I don't know when I'm going to take it down or if I'm going to take it down, but it's up right now and it's so cute. I made the star like origami out of paper and everything. It's so fun. Anyway, let's get into this because I'm now 5.5 minutes in. So let's get into this. I just thought this would be such a fun thing to do to end the year, and I'm so excited. I have my fancy X-Acto knife instead of my Cricut X-Acto knife because that is, I think it's on the shelf somewhere. So we're just going to use my fancy one that I got when I was taking art classes. And just so we are all aware, I have started rewatching Stranger Things today. because every time there's a new season, I rewatch the entire thing. Don't know why, I just do. It's a thing that I do with a lot of shows, actually. So later on, when I'm doing this, I will most likely be having Stranger Things on in the background, just so we're clear. Anyway, okay, so if you can't tell, this is sort of an overall picture, and this is what it will look like on the shelves. It's got two different sides. This is like, what is that, actually? No, yeah. That's like the room, I believe. This is the room where Alice shrinks and grows when she first gets there and she's like tumbling down into the liminal space between Earth, or the regular world, and Wonderland. And then this is like the woods of Wonderland. Wait, no. Oh. I'm not, oh. That was fair, that was deserved. I'm not gonna lie. Part of why I thought I would like Midsummer better was I just didn't understand what was going on here. I get it now. This is the regular world. This is the regular land, you know? This is her falling down. That makes so much sense now, actually. I'm so stupid. 3 majors, mind you. 3 majors, and I'm so stupid. Okay. Oh, cute. Oh, cute. It's got like different, what would you call that? Different like glimpses, I guess, of the different nooks that they have. I don't know what I would say this one is. This one looks like maybe one of the cherry blossom ones. Maybe that's that. I don't know. I know that that's up and that's Alice in Wonderland though. So, here we go. Are you ready? For nothing. Of course. Of course. That's so fun. It's currently, by the way, 4:55. So let's see how long this actually takes me and whether or not it will in fact take me 7 hours and get me into the new year. Of course, during that time, I will have to eat dinner, interact with my family, take my dog out. Wild things, I know. Sandpaper. 600 grit sandpaper. Ooh, are these the instructions or just the safety? Oh, no. They are, in fact, both. Safety warning as well as the instructions. This is slightly terrifying because look at that. That is so small. That is so small. I am like... Oh, it's bigger. It's bigger. Thank God. What is that for, then? I am an instructions person. If you know, you know. But the problem is I am not well-versed enough in things like this to be as good of an instruction person as I wish I was, I guess. So, I guess this is the warning. This is also the instructions. There's a functions and accessories list. There's the assembly steps. There's a note on here, and that's what's confusing me currently because I don't understand what that has to do with things at the moment. But I'm prepared. I've got tweezers. I've got a ruler. My fancy pants cutie patootie pattern scissors, my like industrial X-Acto knife that is not closed all the way, and then this is what it's looking like. Oh, I'm so excited. This one is so different from the other one, let me tell you. This is like hardcore good stuff. And then we have this stuff in here. This looks like a mirror, which is an interesting thing. I'm going to leave it in there until I actually need it. And then, oh, they gave me a little screwdriver. How cute. That's really nice because I left my tools in my dorm for break. And then we have the important stuff for the lights, which apparently takes batteries. What kind of batteries? Because if it's the good kind of batteries that I know I have, perfect. It looks like it is the correct batteries that I already own and love and use all of the time, which is fantastic. Because if you don't know, my string lights, they are battery operated. My tree, unfortunately, she's not. So I have a random wire, which you probably can't see, which is fine. But my string lights are battery operated, and because I would use them like all the time, I would go through batteries quite quickly. So I actually use rechargeable batteries. That's a little hack for you. I will in fact be changing the angle soon. When? I'm not entirely sure currently, but I will. So this is the pieces right now. I don't know where to start. I do not know where to start, what to do. This is crazy, but it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. Maybe I will whip out a different... Should I get my other camera? Should I sit on the floor? I could move to the floor. I have my lap desk. I would have to rearrange a couple of things because as you can see here, there's a thing going on. But I could move to the floor so that you can actually see. You know? Let's just take stock first before figuring out the logistics of building and filming at the same time. So let's just take stock of things first, get an idea of what's happening here. Oh, that's so cute. You guys, that's so cute. Look, look, look. Oh! Oh, that's so fun. Oh, there's like a lot of stickers on this. It's so fun. So fun. So fun. Okay. So this is a side of it. This is one of the sides because as you can see from this picture, that is the side and that is 100% this. Okay. Okay. So let's just go through this first, like, together because I know what's going to be going on here and I think it's going to be so fun. So for functions, we've got 4 things for functions here. There's body sensor, battery compartment, LED light, and power switch. Body sensor, the sensing distance is about 0.5 to 3 meters. When the ambient temperature is close to the human body temperature, the sensing distance is shortened accordingly, which basically means that there is a body sensor for the lights to turn on and off, or at least on, I think. Battery compartment requires 3 AA batteries. Perfect. LED light, when someone comes near, the light will automatically turn on for 1 to 2 minutes, then turn off. If the person does not leave, it will light up again. And then power switch, the default status is on. You can turn the switch to the right to turn it off. And then there's the accessories, which as we saw, there's the electric kit, which is that. It also says there's screw and nut. There's 4 pairs. I didn't see that. And it's not under... Yeah, this is a mirror. It's not under the mirror. Where are the screws? There's also the screwdriver, which is right here. Oh, found them. Found them. Screws and nuts are accounted for. They were under a piece of the battery pack. Or electric kit, I guess. And then the deep view mirror, like we said. And then this product requires glue, but it's not included, which is fine because I am a crafty person, so I have glue. The way that this works is instead of having to like glue, like obviously there are some things to glue, like we said, but instead of having to glue every single tiny piece into place, which is what I had to do with the last one that I had, you actually just snap the pieces out and then snap them in place. For example, this is one of the pieces that has all the little pieces of it, and you snap them all out and put them all into place, and they are front and back, which is so fun. So fun. Okay, that being said, it's not the biggest, they're not like the biggest pieces, and I don't think it's going to be the worst preparation, so I think I will end up scooting and rearranging to be on the floor so that you can actually see me putting it all together and I don't have to worry about switching all the angles all the time. But first I'm gonna go take out Junie and then we will get cracking. And I'm so excited. In the time since I last saw you, my entire family got home and the sun went down. Mind you, it's only 5:48. Okay, I haven't done much since I last saw you besides just kind of set this up. But I was just looking at this and I was wondering how I would know where to glue because like I said, this is mostly just like a everything snaps in place sort of thing, but it does have places where it says paste. So there's that. So I'm going to sort these based off of the different sides. I'm going to sort these based off of what has the actual pieces because that's the first steps of the instructions is to put the little smaller pieces together, and then I'm going to sort out these sides. So this is a side, and as we know, that side was a side, and now I have my palette and a brush because after looking at all the places, or a lot of the places where it says paste, it seems like it would be a lot easier and just more convenient to have a brush and liquid glue. So that's what I'm gonna do. These are the only two pieces that are like truly the sides, and then it seems that the front and bottoms are in these two, I believe, and then the rest of the smaller pieces are just in all of those. This is broken up into 5 parts. So first is assemble small parts, assemble the scene, assemble the electronic components, assemble the of grassland, and then final assembly. So naturally, starting with the assembling of the small parts, and it's just going to be a bunch of the smaller parts that go together to make all of the little things around it. I'm actually going to grab the box just so I can sort of see what I'm making at what time. And I'm going to get started on this. They are numbered. They're actually correlated by a letter and a number, and it just kind of skips around through all the letters. So even just here I'm seeing a lot of E's and C's. I'm going to just go ahead and get started. I'm on Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 2. And it's now 5:56. We'll see how far I get. So I made a clock, but what the actual fuck? This was so hard. I made the clock, but it's not fully put together at all, and I cannot get the pieces to get together, and I can't tell if it's like a me, if it's because I'm wearing nails. What is happening here? I'm not pleased. I'm not impressed. But I made a clock, and she's really cute. So also, and I thought about like taking it back apart to like maybe fix it, but the stuff is not coming apart now. Like it's, I don't know. I struggled to figure out which way to pop the stuff out, and I don't know, dude. Like it clicks together like you heard that. I don't know. I feel like I need freaking a hammer or something. I don't know. That's it. I made a clock. it is not much later. I did turn off one of my lights because I have the string lights and the tree going, so I thought that would be okay. But it's a little bit too dark, like it's a little bit too light with that light, but it's a little bit too dark without the light. So we'll see whether or not I turn it back on. But so far, I have the clock, which was genuinely the hardest thing that I've made so far, which is wild. But I have the clock, I have this table, which I think is going to end up being like on the wall, but I have this table, and I have like, a desk. And this is so fun, and I think that the drawers are actually functional, if I can like get a grip on it. But I have nails, so it's been slightly difficult. That's been the hardest part, I think, is just the nails. It is coming out, but not very much. But they're kind of sort of functional, which is so fun. But that's what I have so far, and I'm going to take a small break. I have these pieces over here. I found one of them on my rug. Don't know what it's from, but it's there. So I actually have this little drawer in my desk, my little lap desk thing. So I'll just put any of those pieces in there. And then out of sight, out of mind, because I don't think I need them, actually. I think they were just like pieces that came off with the pieces from on here. But I'm making decent progress. I'm not that far in this, to be fair, but I just got my dinner. We're having tamales. I'm so excited. I love the tamales. So I'm going to take a small break, eat my dinner, and then I'll be back. Okay, oh my gosh. So, I officially have scene 1 and scene 2 done, I guess, kind of. This was part 1 and part 2 of the instructions. At least that's what's done. So I've done the assemble small parts and assemble a scene. I'm so excited. It looks so good. This was so much better than the other one that I did. I made one mistake on something. I made a few mistakes, but I broke one thing, just a smidgen, but it's still okay. Anyway, if I were to recommend it, I would definitely recommend doing these kinds rather than gluing every single little piece together. There is some stuff to glue, like you would have seen, but it's definitely not that bad. But it's definitely going so much better than before. So it is now 8:49. I don't think this is gonna get me all the way to midnight, and that's okay. The few things that I have that I've done so far that will come later are the tree stump and the mirror frame. But everything else that I've done has been assembled, and now I'm onto the third sequence of things, which is assembling the electronic components. Junie is very over it. She's been sleeping on my legs a lot. She's falling asleep as we speak. I'm almost done. And that's crazy. I thought this would take longer. I can't tell if I'm like happy or not that it's not taking longer. Here we are, I guess. I'm now on chapter 5, so episode 5 of the first season of Stranger Things. And I'm just making a lot of progress. Oh, I forgot I had chapstick. Lovely. So I'm gonna continue, and I will come back. I will continue talking, I guess. Come back and keep talking if I have more to say. Oh, actually, let's look at how empty these are. There's not that much stuff left, so that's C. D, I broke it. It was the mirror frame. I broke it a little bit, which is fine because it wasn't necessary. E. The only one that I haven't really taken much from is F. I've only taken 2 pieces. And then G, I haven't taken a lot from G, but it's more than F. Now it's time for the electronic components, so this is going to be really fun. it's actually, unfortunately, a few days later. That was not my plan, but today is in fact the 2nd. And I did, as you saw, finish the book Nook. Now, like I had said, my initial plan had been, hold on. I will say it is slightly difficult to make sure everything is fully in place as much as it can be, and there's nothing that's like loose or anything. But like I said, this was going to get me through the new year. This was going to be what I was doing when the new year came. Actually, I ended up finishing this at like 10:15, so that did not happen, but that's okay, because I actually ended up going into the new year reading the Wayne Family Chronicle comics instead. Anyway, here she is in all of her glory. I'll give you a better look. I promise I'll give you a better look. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my god, all the pieces, everything, like you can just see the details and the specifics of everything that's in there. It's so cool. You have things in the foreground, in the background, and on the walls, and on the floor, and on the ceilings. It's so cool, and I'm so happy. It did make my fingers a little bit raw, pushing everything in, and some of the stuff isn't actually in place all the way because I just could not get it. But again, that's okay. I'm not mad at it. I seriously think I need like the candy one, the painting one, the Beauty and the Beast, Midsummer, the bookstore. I need like all of them now. I need like all. And now the problem is, where do I put it? Where do I put it? Because if you can't tell, I don't really have any space. And like we mentioned, the tree is taking up valuable space already on its own. So what do I do? The lights actually work. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. It looks so good. It looks so good. I was doubting the process for a little bit. I was, but was I supposed to paste something on there? Oh no, did I forget to paste something? Wait. Funny. Okay, I was going to show you how some of the parts actually move, and then I realized that I guess I missed one thing to be pasted. So let me just put that on there really quick. It looks like I might have missed something else as well with here, and I don't know what that would have been. I fear that's just going to stay there. So in realizing that I missed a couple of pieces that needed to be glued on, I've also realized, like I said, I missed these pieces here. And so I went and I looked, right? Couldn't find them. And then I found them. They're part of the clock. Do we remember the clock, the first thing that I made? I somehow just completely missed that part. And here's the problem there. If I really wanted to do the clock, to fix the clock is here. I would have to at least take this side off. So let's try. If it comes off easily, then I'll do it. If it doesn't, then SOL. Unfortunately, it seems like it's going to come off easily. Which is great. I was hoping it would not. Full transparency. Ah! Nothing is broken. You're not going to see this part though, so I will be back. Okay, all is fixed now. If that is not a perfect culmination of me as a person and a crafter, I don't know what is. But I have all of the little pieces on, everything's glued on, everything's stuck in, and she's officially done. She's officially done, and I'm really proud of this. So, like I said, I will give you a closer look, but first, this is the end of the video. So, te aprecio mucho y mi corazón es tuyo para siempre. Adiós!